2 million Ukrainians right here in Poland alone. Tonight here, the orphans of Ukraine, without a parent even before the war began. We document their extraordinary journey. They are witnesses to war and what they want the world to know. It's been 1 month and 1 day since this war began in Ukraine, leading to the other emergency here, the humanitarian crisis. Tonight, more than 10 million Ukrainians are now displaced from their homes. Our trip's here to report on the families fleeing their country. The boy crying after the long journey to get out of Ukraine, telling his mother he is tired.
This is yours?
So many children carrying their favorite stuffed animals, Alexei and his favorite dog.
Yes, I do.
Yes,
I do.
Yes, you do. You have your dog.
22 hours on 2 trains, sleeping on the floor.
Our children sleep in the floor, как пол будет.
The floor
Floor.
of the train?
Yes.
And the family from Kharkiv, the daughter on the missiles landing in their neighborhood.
It's terrifying. And you tried to stay as long as you could?
My father is still in Ukraine because he can't leave his country.
A kiss from her mother. So many of the men, the fathers, the brothers, staying behind to fight the Russians. We saw the room set aside for mothers and children, and tonight that number, UNICEF now says 4.3 million children have now been displaced because of war, more than half of all the children in Ukraine. And we wondered about the children traveling alone, the orphans of Ukraine, already without parents before the war began. Who is now taking care of them? Tonight, we document their journey. Fleeing the capital of Kyiv, the stops at shelters along the way, in sleeping bags on the floor. City workers from Kyiv are now their caregivers. These are the children who already faced loss even before the war. The boy in blue, the little girl and her smile, showing their strength, their resilience. 40 children from 5 orphanages in Kyiv. Ola in pink, she is 6, and now, like the rest of the children, living in Poland. She tells us of the packed train. She also tells us she wants to go home, that Putin should leave. There are also the teenagers here without parents. They already survived their own heartbreak. Now they care for the younger children. 17-year-old Maxim, with 2 of the children on his lap. When Putin's war began, he was terrified.
Around a long time, I afraid, very afraid. I was worried.
17-year-old Alexander tells us just being here in Poland has brought him some peace.
It's not in danger in Poland. But I dream in the moment about stopped war, and we come back in Ukraine.
We are allowed into the facility in Ustron, now taking care of the children. 2 little girls, Nastya and Augusta, both 8, their beds next to each other. Nastya telling us about the bombs that used to fall where she lived. Augusta telling us about the harrowing journey, being told to close the windows and turn off their lights on the train because they saw explosions so close to them. I was scared, she told us. I didn't know if I would survive. These boys, Danya and Kola, are both 9, telling us about the tanks they saw and the security checkpoints they had to pass through, the kind of images children will carry their entire lives. Kola says he would like Putin gone and for Russia and Ukraine to be friends. Here in Poland alone, more than 2 million Ukrainian refugees now. The children here have been tested, and so have the workers. Catherine Komar, just one of the many who are now caring for the children, hoping to do right by them.
The children talk about the sirens.
Yes.
And that there are no more sirens here in Poland.
It's calm and quiet. The most important is that the place is safe.
And that's what you're doing for them.
Yes.
I can tell it's been hard for you.
Actually, it is, but we are trying to be strong.
We were there as a new day begins for the orphans in Poland. They put on their new backpacks, having survived without parents, now surviving a war. It is their first day of school here, their arms around each other. They are each other's family, about to walk into their classrooms for a new chapter. And for the young mothers we have met here in Poland, another day too. Without their husbands and brothers, there was Oksana and baby Alexander now living on that stage in a Ukrainian theater. And the toy given to Alexander from a devoted volunteer along their escape route.
Thank you. Thank you. We hope you go home soon.
The mothers and the children and those orphans and their strength now going to school here in Poland. And of course, the people of Poland who have been so generous.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.